Oh, you can kind of feel it, right? The weather's changing. Fall is right around the corner. I'm talking about the fall of the Democrats. It's been a terrible, awful week for them, capped off by a miserable 3-hour debate on ABC. First, there are signs that the Democrats will give Trump a win. They didn't want to do this, but they're going to give Trump a win, and I think they're going to allow a vote on that USMCA, the new U.S.-Mexico-Canada free trade deal. Even the Washington Post, I almost fell over when I read this, said it's a no-brainer. Bring the thing up for a vote. Second reason it's been a bad week for the Democrats, the Dow is now up around 27,000. The S&P is at 3,000. Well, that's near record territory for the Dow, up for the 8th straight day. Now, what does this indicate? Renewed optimism among consumers and businesses. And this is important toward the close of this year. The president and his team, they're still open to a trade deal with China. A tight labor market here at home. That means wages continue to see a little bit of an uptick. That's all good news. I love a tight labor market. Third, the Democrats have absolutely no answer for Trump on the economy. Instead, what we heard at last night's debate were the same tired platitudes.
We can use trade to help build a stronger economy.
What we should be doing is creating an economy that works for all of us, not 1%.
The goal of my campaign is to make this an economy that allows us to live our human values and aspirations.
We're already doing that, Andrew. In a few moments, we're going to be analyzing the Democrat debate in the only way that it makes sense, by the way, with brutal satire. But first, let me say that no one on that stage last night looked strong enough to beat Trump in 2020. I don't want to get too confident, too over my skis, to use another tired analogy. But they just did not look like they're going to be able to stand on a stage and debate this president on his accomplishments. Because the Democrat candidate leading the pack still, after all their efforts to take him down, could barely string together 2 coherent sentences.
I'm the guy that brought the Brady bill into focus and became law. I've been in and out of Afghanistan, not with a gun. It's 3 different countries. Pakistan owns the 3 counties. The Connies run it. I will go on and on. I'm the Vice President of the United States.
Well, he was no longer the vice president, but it felt good to say that, I'm sure. All the Democrats on stage demonstrated in one way or another that they're just simply, they're not competent to govern. Even liberals know that this isn't working. The lefty publication Slate eviscerated Biden's answer to the question on reparations. And all Slate did was merely publish Biden's incoherent answer in full. And when ABC moderators raised the issue of trade, everyone on stage except Andrew Yang was caught stumbling or responded again with meaningless bromides. They looked like they were kind of 7th graders shocked about a surprise question that their teacher dropped in on a history exam. It's like, oh, I didn't know we could ask about that. Elizabeth Warren, she says proudly that she's going to ban all fracking. Good luck winning Texas with that position, Liz. Beto's gun buyback? It's a gun ban, it's just spelled differently. Not happening. And Bernie Sanders? He just always seems angry. He kind of looks like he belongs with that Waldorf and Statler from the Muppets. Well, that's a good look. All kidding aside, this is our future. This is our lives. This is America. The money that everybody's earned, worked so hard to earn over the past few years. And do I think Americans are going to turn that all over, all those gains, to what, Elizabeth Warren and her green, raw New Deal? Or let Julian, let them all in Castro throw open our country's borders? No way. Compare Trump's record of peace and prosperity to what will undoubtedly happen if one of the top Dem contenders wins. I got to say, I don't even think it's close. People who don't know a lot about politics are sure, they're absolutely sure that Trump's personality, his tweets, and his tone, it's all going to sink him. He's too abrasive, he's too cocky, he swings at too many pitches, blah, blah, blah. Well, I'll say about that is a lot of people, they don't like Bill Belichick either. It's kind of gruff. He doesn't smile much. But guess what? Belichick wins and wins and wins. A lot of people do like him, especially when he wins. Well, the truth is, Obama really was a great politician. We just got to be honest about that. He was terrific, captivated a crowd. But none of the Dems running now really are. And I don't even think it's their fault. It's just not in their DNA. It's not in their skill set. So I'm thinking, what should these folks do? Well, Joe Biden should move on and maybe write his memoir, tell old yarns about his life in the Senate or growing up as a young boy. Mayor Pete, well, he can actually just go back to South Bend and try to fix the horrible crime problem there. And then Elizabeth Warren, she can go back to the sequestered life on a college campus, maybe do some DNA research. Bernie Sanders, he should just leave politics and run one of those free socialist circulars that you can get at the supermarket, rails against corrupt local politicians. They're always stacked up. And maybe Julian Castro can go assist migrant families at the border. There's a lot of work to be done there. And Cory Booker, he can, I don't know, start his own vegan YouTube channel. Big business there. Amy Klobuchar, she should go be a partner at some big, boring law firm and just start ordering associates around. Kamala Harris, she would be a good president at like a small liberal arts college. Or maybe she'd be a good local television anchor. I could see that. Beto O'Rourke, he should run a School of Rock franchise. He's a lot of experience in that arena. But none of them, and I mean none of them, should ever get close to 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. And that's the angle.